Thank you very much. Mazi Azu, are you with us? Mazi, is it possible to merge, to infuse culture, tradition, and still be church, and still be spiritual in the aspect of Christianity? Is that possible? Can the new Africans that wants to be godly, they want to have Christianity in their hearts and in their way of life, but they find themselves in some cultural things, and they find themselves in some traditional rites that must be done. Is it possible to infuse these two things together? Can the new Africans infuse these two concepts into one? Azu, go ahead, Azu from the UK.
Well, obviously, I will tell you, infusing culture, tradition into Christianity has been with us for a long time. The difference is that in the past, it was done secretly. It was done as something that is not obviously open to many people that is happening. You look back at the relationship between the Ogbunis and the church. You look back at the history of what is happening between Freemasons and the church. You look at what is happening between the lodge and the church. They all exist. They all has been existing side by side. They've been working. It's like when you come to Igbo land, they say Arosine Joka. There are native doctors that still go to churches, and they are on Sundays. And then after service, they go back to their shrine to do their business. Obviously, you cannot take away the cultural element of an institution and impute the Christian faith completely on it without a divine revelation and intervention. And there are certain traditional stools or institutions that will require the striking element of the two sides of the spirituality, the principalities and the powers of the heavens, to agree on how that stool exists and remain in existence. You look at such stools like the Oba of Benin, such stools as the Olu of Warri, such stools as the Sultan of Sokoto, such stools as the Olubadan of Ibadan. These stools are revered because of the ancestral conditions. And irrespective of what you are seeing in the public now, with the installation of Atuwatse III, the new Olu of Warri, many things have been done. Sacrifices have been done. Some of them would have been done without his own knowledge, and some would have been done on his behalf, even him knowing, but he cannot participate. But somebody will represent him in that participation of that aspect of that tradition, because it must be done. It must be done to appease the gods of that throne, to appease the ancestors of that stool. If not, it will become a different thing. You understand? You can see he's not the first person who is proclaiming Christianity and Christ in a traditional stool institution. The Oni of Ife is also practicing similar thing. But then you look at what would have been done to get him to become the Oni. It's a different story entirely. But the fact is that we are trying, the modern day traditional rulers are trying to combine their spirituality in terms of their belief in Christ and managing the traditional elements of the stool in order not to offend the institution itself in another way. So I mean, for me, it's a great thing. I see young men assuming these positions of leadership in their culture. And you listen to the speech of the young man, you could see him also acknowledging the relationship between the spirituality, the culture, the tradition, and the politics of being in that throne, which means he understands certain things. And for him, he's just 36-year-old, a little bit younger than Olu of Ife when he came to the throne. So he still needs a lot of guidance. And those who are going to guide him are those people who are going to be helping him to do the traditional aspect of the managing of that throne. And then while he tried to manage the other aspect of his own spirituality with his Christian faith. And so it's a good thing in our modern society that we're having things like this happen. And I hope that other institutions around Nigeria, in the southeast, in the south, will begin to have such evolution in the way we manage our traditional institutions, and not to kill it completely, but to see how we can merge the reality together and have a peaceful coexistence and a peaceful reign of a traditional ruler and his community in modern society.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wonderful insight, wonderful discussion going on here. On this note, we wrap it up for News Roundup, Schengen Story Media. Thank you so much, my very good friend. Also, Mazi Azu, the king, the Olu of Warri, did something very, very interesting, very, very wonderful and amazing thing that has never been done. He revoked a curse that was a said curse. We didn't know about this. A curse that his ancestors had put on our country, Nigeria. He invoked that curse, and that's a beautiful start for the kingdom. And also, with having it in mind that the kingdom generates what makes up Nigeria. The wealth of Nigeria comes from that kingdom. So if that cause has been revoked, that means a new Nigeria is emerging. You know, the wealth and the prosperity of Nigeria is now blessed. It is not cursed again. And those are beautiful things to see and good information to know about. On that note, I want to tell my